Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have the NHL 26 Calgary Flames franchise mode episode number 5. So in the last episode, we did the off-season, we did draft. We saw that Gavin McKenna got drafted by, I believe, if we go to player search, if I can find it. There we go, player search. We'll go Gavin by the New York Rangers. So he is a New York Ranger prospect. So we'll have to keep. Good thing he's in the Eastern Conference and not in the West. I'll say that. Um, I've done everything I had to do. I've gotten the some goals set out, not for everybody. Take a look at our lines. We have Jonathan Huberdeau, Morgan Frost, Matt Coronado, Igor Serengovich, Connor Zary, and Jack Quinn, Joel Farabee, Mikhail Backlund, Alexander Holtz, Martin Prospel, David Kemp, and Adam Kleka. Defensively, Mackenzie Weegar and Caden Korzak, St. Perek and Kevin Paul, our rookie Esteban Appleby, and Hunter Bruzowiski. In net, we have Dustin Wolf and Samuel Gerson. Scratch players, we have Justin Kirkland, Ryan Lomberg, and Jake. And if you may have noticed, we have no Nazem Kadri. In the last episode, we did trade him, and we did move him to the Buffalo Sabres, I believe. We moved him to Buffalo. That's how we got Jack Quinn back. So Kadri is now in Buffalo. So we'll have to see how he does with his first year away from us. Let's take a look at contracts, see if there's any contract extensions we can do. So all expiring. So Morgan Frost does not want an extension right now. We'll see how he does. Jack Quinn, 1 year at 2.25. So restricted free agent for 1 more year. I'd prefer a longer term deal. So I'm gonna hold off and we're gonna wait. Alexander Holtz, who I've not been impressed by much. I don't think I want to commit to $2 million to him just yet. David Kampf, no. Hunter, 800K for a year. If we do it 2 years at 900, does he say yes? It'll take a few days. That's okay. Samuel Hansenok, we can try to sign 1 year at 800K. That's perfect. We're gonna hold up on everybody else. Perfect. Look at goalies. Can't really sign anyone there, so perfect. If we look at the draft class for the upcoming year, we have Landon Dupont, #1 overall. Graded player Norbert Heinrich. Graded player Keaton Nickel. Sebastian Renz. And Max Penkin, who is real. Jackson Jacobson. Alexis Joseph. Bethal. So not too bad. If we take a look now at the coaching staff, so Ryan Huska is still our head coach. Our scouts are all ready to go for the season, and I think so are we. And the -1s for now, they're just gonna stay. We could try to talk to some players about that, but I'm not trying to win. If obviously we're super bad where it's affecting our players' overalls, I will do it. But for now, I think we are ready to start simulating. So in this episode, we're gonna take it to the deadline. If we're super bad, we're just gonna go right through the deadline, and then we'll have the off season in the next episode. So let's get to December 1st. So I hope everyone, well, and Hunter has accepted his contract extension. So as I was gonna say, I hope everyone has had a good weekend. Today's Saturday for me. Obviously, it's just the beginning of the weekend, but last night I did upload a NHL 17 video where we took the Montreal Canadiens on a 5-year plan. I'm gonna say no. I know he's top six, but we're gonna save deal for the deadline. And we had a 5-year plan, and we had to get a Stanley Cup. And I think it's probably one of the best videos I've made. I hope it is a super long video. If you don't mind, go watch and leave a like on that. That'd be so supportive because I'd love to make more videos like that on the channel. Oh no, Dustin Wolf out till November 28th with an upper body injury. So let's call up. I guess we'll call up Owen Say, who he might have should have signed a veteran cup, but or a veteran third goalie, but that's okay. Owen Say, congrats on making the team. Oh, and I guess while we're here, if we take a look at the AHL, you have Basha, Ponsak, and Reedon, Patagula, Luke Misa, Idar Sunov, William Strogren, J.R. Avon, Jaden Lipinski, Hunter Lang, Lucas Siona, Parker Bell. Defensively, you have Jeremy Poirier, William Villanove, Joel Hanley, Braden Pichelle, Antoine Morin, and Henry Hughes, with the goalies Arseny Sergeyev and Kirill Zarubin. Continue simulating. So, that one's gonna be out for almost a whole month of after. Cheating Korzak for Preston. Tempting. Gonna say no for now. We actually have a winning record. Oop, it switched over to the AHL. Never mind. That wasn't our record, I don't believe. We're actually 9-7-1. Okay. Samuel, I don't believe he got taken out of the lineup, so that's good. We'll just keep simming. 2-0 shutout, so probably Samuel Urson with the shutout there. Lost to St. Louis. Win against another shutout. Wow. And Dustin Wolf has returned. Let's go. Okay. Let's get him back. Send down Owen. Let's get Dustin Wolf back in. There we go. He does have that little thing, but hopefully he doesn't get hurt. A second and a fourth for Morgan Frost. Honestly, we might have to consider that if he doesn't want to resign. Joel Hannon, I don't think ever got taken out of the lineup. A second and a fourth, like I said, tempting if he doesn't want an extension. I'm not gonna Alexander Holtz with a strained hamstring, just to replace a player. But if Morgan Frost does not want an extension by the trade deadline, we're just going to trade him. If they don't want to sign in their UFA, we're not going to sign them. They're going to go to free agency and we can offer them a contract then. That's how we're going to do it. Obviously, with us trying to be a sucky team, our best option is probably to trade him, which is going to suck because I was really hoping he would stay for a bit. 11-2-1. I guess we'll just quickly take a look at the stats. Oops, I was already on it. Here we go. Mackenzie Weir, 24 points in 24 games, so he's a point per game player. Huberto with 17, Jack Quinn with 16. And in Buffalo last year, he only had 18, so 2 more points already. Morgan Frost with 16, that's good. Okay, so what? This was the big one. Holtz struggled last year for us, so we need a huge year from him. Only 1 goal with us last year. 7 already this season. Team stats. We are currently tied for the wild card spot, but we're out of it. Let's see. So if we look at goals for per game, somewhere in the middle. Goals against average. Somewhere in the middle. Power play percentage. Somewhere in the middle. Can't complain. Penalty kill. Somewhere in the middle. I think, yeah, I have nothing to say with that. Let's keep going. So, we'll get to February first, since we'll go 2 more months here. Lost to Edmonton, so I think this is probably where we're going to start to lose more games, and I'm not really going to complain about that. I really would. I mean, I think getting Landon Dupont should be our goal. So we'll take Ryan Lomberg out. No, no. Sharon Govich, we're going to wait till he gets that fully healed. We'll put Alexander Holtz back in for now. Second liner, Ryan Lomberg. Let's go. And Sharon Govich was back the next day. Perfecto. Get him back in. So far, 2-2 month. Make it 2-3, 2-4. Vancouver, a win. Okay. Third and Jake Bean for Laferriere or Lafreniere and Taomu. I'm gonna say no. Kevin Ball and Jake Bean for third. Polkinen and third. No. Rochelle for Huron. This one we might consider just because Rochelle should be in the NHL. I just don't have a spot for him. He might be able to go help Chicago. This is center, two-way forward, drafted in the second round, me in top 9. He's unsigned. I think we'll do it. Why not? Makes us, if we have to call anyone up, we won't be able to call up anyone good. I'm not complaining with that. So let's edit AHL. We're gonna have to get a different defenseman in there now. So instead, I guess let's go William Trudeau. See if we do that. Perfect, let's do that. St. Breck is up to an 85. We're gonna have to make sure at some point we bring him up to the first pair. Shootout win against Edmonton. Shutout, so we're gonna say no to that. Lost to Anaheim. Win against Seattle. Loss against Anaheim. LA, that's a loss. Korzak and Cherenkovich for second and third. Cali Odalis, thank you. There we go. This is what yep, this is exactly what we want. We want Gavin McKenna. Gavin McKenna. Thinking of last year's. We want Landon Dupont. That's who we want. Defensive core with Landon Dupont, Zane Perek would honestly be really cool. We're gonna not claim him back, even though it'd be free. Basically, we got him. We got that rookie for nothing, but we don't need him. I'm okay with letting him go to the minors for Rockford. Let's keep these losses going. Okay. Here we okay. Florida, that's a loss. Perfect. So we're 20, 28, and 4. We are currently tied for last in the West. We're second last overall. Make it third overall. So we are a bottom 4 team. Obviously, we want to be a little lower than that. I don't really think there's much for us to do. I think we're just gonna go straight to the trade deadline, and we're gonna make our moves. Let's do it. Prospel for Hemmerling, no thank you. A 6 for Martin Prospel, no thank you. Ooh, I should make sure it's the day before, because I do want to do some contract extensions to make sure if Morgan Frost has changed his mind, we take advantage. Because I would like to keep him, especially if it's not too much money. Two losses. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Here we go. Crossbow for Jaden Perron. No, thank you. Win against LA. Come on, pick up the losses. 2 wins in a row. That's not what we want. Here we go. Lost to Colorado. And David Camp is out for a week. 6-0 shutout against St. Louis. Wow. Okay. 2 wins in a row. We've won 4 of our last 5. Make it 5 of our last 6. Wow. That's not what we want to do before the trade deadline. We did lose to Philly, so last game of before trade deadline is a loss. So 55 points does put us second last in the West. Tied second. Second, or I mean third in overall, and we're tied with Pittsburgh. So still looking good in terms of our our goal. If we look at team stats now, entire league, we are technically we do have we have the third worst record. Perfect. That is exactly what I want. Okay. View contracts. So, goalies in the system, we're going to keep those guys. Defensively, we're going to wait for now. Jack Quinn, let's see, he only wanted a 1-year deal originally. $8 million? No, thank you. Alexander Holtz, 2x3. Honestly, depending on what he has, 28 points on the third line. It's not horrible. How many more years are you a restricted free agent for? Just 1. Okay. So if we are gonna, it'd be probably now. So I think for him, if we can get a 5-year deal at 3.5, it might be a 4-year deal. So a 4-year deal at 3.5, I would be super happy with that. Very movable too, so. Almost, nope, we're gonna let those guys. And Morgan Frost does not want to come back, so looks like we are going to be moving on from Morgan Frost. Okay. So I don't think there's anything else to do. Let's get into trade deadline day. And Alexander Holtz has accepted the contract extension, so I'm pleased with that. We are going to consider ourselves a seller. Enter trade deadline day. Brandon Montour is available. Thomas Chabot, Jared McCann, Malkin, Gostver, Hurdle, Raquel, Kuzmenko, Brian Rust, and Burakovsky. Wow, okay. So before we do any editing, let's just go to find trade. What are the best offers for Morgan Frost? 2 seconds from Colorado. We can get Jamie Poirier's brother. A second and a fourth from Vancouver, which was there originally. We could get a top 6 prospect. I think the Colorado one makes the most sense. 2 second-round picks for Morgan Frost. I would have loved to keep him, but there's just he doesn't want to stay. So Morgan Frost to Colorado for a 2027 Columbus Blue Jackets second-round pick and a 2027 second-round pick from the Colorado Avalanche. Trade accepted. So for now, I'm going to do my due diligence. I'm going to look around the league for prospects of any type of players. If there's any type of deal that we are close to, I will bring it back. If not, I will bring it to the last 10 minutes of the trade deadline. So trade number 2. I think we're going to move on from Joel Farabee. It's going to go to Winnipeg for a 2028 second and a 2028 third. Um, we could keep him. There's nothing wrong with him, but I just think $5 million on your third line. I think we could just find better value somewhere else. So let's see if this goes through, and it does. So Joel Farabee, he's off to Winnipeg. Trade number 3. It's just gonna be a minor one. We're gonna be trading David Kampf to Florida for a 5th-round pick from Detroit. We're gonna retain 50% on him. We just need the cap hit to retain a little bit to keep us above the 4. They want him. 5th is on the block. Let's see what they say. Trade is accepted. There we go. And with less than 6 minutes to go in trade deadline day, no other moves made sense. There were some prospects I was looking at. Ilya Prota out of Washington, I tried, but just didn't like the trades. And there we go. Trade deadline day is over. Let's take a look at what happened. So Utah acquired Kochetkov, third and a fourth for prospect Ivan Tchuk Tchenko. No Cates to Washington. Uh, Ottawa got Florin Izaka for Antipalo. Okay. Kyle Burrows to Edmonton. Jordan Eberle to Colorado. Ilya Protas does go to Carolina alongside Zach Funk for Mark Jankowski. Wow. Jesper Wallstead to LA for Vladimir Tarasenko and Sam Lafferty. Some prospects or picks for a prospect in Braden Pichelle. Uh, let's see. Charlie Stamel for Reed Schaefer. Pittsburgh acquired a second and a third from Toronto for a fourth, and Parker Witherspoon. Pierre Suter went to the New York Islanders. Connor Timmins to Utah for Thomas Lavoie. Uh, Detroit acquired a third, a fourth, and Josh Mahara for Lombardi, a fifth, and a sixth. There's our trade, David Camp, for a 5th-round pick uh, with Florida. Ryan Lindgren to Chicago for just a second and a fifth. Wow. Braden McNabb and Ethan Bear to Washington for Ryan Chesley and Muggley and Brooks. Okay. And there was our Joel Farabee trade, a second and a third. Philip Mazar and LJ Mooney. And Montreal acquired Paul Cotter. That's Yankees. Ottawa got a 2/3 for Claude Giroux and JVR. Wow. Darcy Kemper is now a Columbus Blue Jacket for Jeff Petrie in a second. Damn. Jamie Oleskiak went to the Rangers for a second, and Nathan Espinal. And there's our deal for Morgan Frost. Uh, New York, the LA Kings acquired Ben Danford, a 6th and a 7th for Connor Murphy. Tommy Novak to Vancouver for a 2nd and a 6th. And that was it. Okay. So now I'm going to edit our lines, get them ready for the rest of the season, and I will show you what they look like when I am done. These are our lines after the trade deadline. So it's going to be Jonathan Huberdeau, Connor Zary, and Matt Coronado, Sharon Govich, Backlund, and Jack Quinn, Parker Bell, Justin Kirkland, Alexander Holtz, Morton Prospero, Shane Lechance, Adam Klepka. Defensively, it's going to be Uyghur and Perek now. We're going to go Korzak and Kevin Ball. Esteban Appleby is still with Hunter Brzezinski. And Dustin Wolf with Urson. And Samuel Urson, Dustin Wolf has developed Showstopper Specialist, so that's pretty good. Scratch for the rest of the year will be Jordan Greenway, Jake Bean, and Ryan Lombard. So I think we're good. I think we're gonna get to the end of the year here. We'll probably I'm guessing we're gonna miss the playoffs. So we'll probably take it straight to the draft. We're not gonna do the draft in this episode. We'll do the draft in the next one. That is what I like to see. So far, we lost every game after the trade deadline. We want Landon DuPont. Win against Pittsburgh. Point against Columbus. That's not what we want. 11-2 loss to Montreal. Oof. 4-2 win over the Leafs. Okay. Final month of the season. New Jersey. Come on, L. There we go. Another loss. That was huge against the Sharks. Let's lose again. Lose to the Sharks again. Point. We win. That's not good. Win against Utah. That's not what we want. Win against Seattle. Oh no. We end the regular season with 4 wins in a row. Are you kidding me? That is not what we want. Wow, okay. So, stats said, oh, I guess let's make sure. Has every team played 80? No, not every team has played 82 games yet. Every team has now played 82 games. So, take a look at the stats. So, the Pacific Division, Edmonton, Vancouver, Vegas, LA, and Seattle all make it. Anaheim, San Jose, and Calgary. Us, we don't make it. In the Central, it'll be Dallas, Colorado, and Minnesota. Utah, Winnipeg, Nashville, Chicago, and St. Louis miss out. In the Atlantic, it's going to be Tampa, Florida, Toronto, Montreal, Boston, with Detroit, Ottawa, and Buffalo missing out. In the Metropolitan, Washington, Carolina, and the New York Rangers, Columbus, Philly, Pittsburgh, the Islanders, and the Devils all miss out. And for the entire league, the Tampa Bay Lightning do win the President, so uh, Florida was dominant this year. In terms of the lottery for Landon DuPont, we are second last. That winning streak at the end hurt us. Oh man. We still have the second best odds though to get first overall. We want Landon DuPont. Player stats now. We'll take a look at forwards. So Matt Coronado led us with 59 points, Jack Quinn with 58. So solid year for Jack Quinn in his first year here. Huberdeau with 53, 50 for Zari. How did Zari do after the trade deadline when he took over? So if we go to game log. Okay, so up and down. 45 for Sharangovich. Sharangovich is something we're gonna have to think about. He has 3 years left after this season, making 5.75. He's only giving us 45 points. Alexander Holtz 2020, so that $3 million extension looking pretty good. Um, not bad. Defensively, Mackenzie Weir with 73. He was a +3, so that's pretty impressive, especially on this team. Zane Prek with 55, so his second season, he goes from 32 to 55, pretty good. Hunter with 21, 18 for Korzak, 14 for Kevin Ball, and Esteban Appleby in his rookie year with, well, goalies. Dustin Wolf had an 8.99 goal save percent average, a 3.41 goals against average. Samuel Ersan went 11-11-2 with 3 shutouts, 8.93 and a 3.35. So, not great, not super horrible, pretty bad, not horrible. Looking at the league leaders, and Nikita Kucherov wins the Art Ross, 134 points. followed by McDavid, Draisaitl, Point, Matthews, Ovechkin, Jake Getzel, William Nylander, Nathan MacKinnon, Nazem Kadri. So he put up 100 points in his first year in Buffalo. Wow. Happy for him. Happy. Matt Nyes put up 100 points, and that was it for the 100 points. Goal, obviously, Ovi, 76, 63 for Draisaitl, 62 for Cooch. McKinnon had 59, Matthews had 56, McDavid had 52, Brock Besser had 50, and Nazem Kadri had 50. Assist King went to Braden Point and Dylan Strome. Defensively, who's winning the Norris? Cale Makar, Quinn Hughes is up there. Jacob Chikrin had 85. Victor Hedman also had 85. Lane Hudson had 72. Pretty good. So let's see. I mean, we did have Mackenzie Weegar up there. So he was in the he was sixth in defensive scoring, so that's pretty good for him. So I'll take that every day of the week. Winningest goalie went to Sergei Bobrovsky with 50 wins. Wow. Shutout King 6 with 8 for Aiden Hill. Save percentage for starter went to Sergei Bobrovsky. Goals against average went to Sergei Bobrovsky. He is here. Oops, we forgot to check rookie scoring. Can't forget about that. So rookie skaters. 72 for Gavin McKenna, and he has developed the edges and tape to tape. I did check my custom rosters. I do have him with abilities. I don't know why he wasn't drafted with any. But Victor Eklund with 56, TJ Kinla with 43, Isaac Howard with 43 as well, Rutger McGordy with 43, Daniil Yuriov with 42, and Caleb Isnorian with 41. So, there's really not much else to do. We're gonna just end the year. So, I think that our HL team, are they gonna make the playoffs? No, they're gonna miss the playoffs, so let's just simulate to the draft. So I will see you at the next pop-up screen. And the Florida Panthers are Stanley Cup champions once again. I'm pretty sure it's 4 years in a row. Wow, and the Iowa Wild won the Calder Cup. So let's see, we're gonna have the draft lottery. We're gonna need the luck. Is Landon DuPont, is he staying in the West? Is he coming to? No, he's going to Buffalo. We moved down 2 to 4. Pittsburgh jumps from 9 to 2. Wow, and Buffalo, who we traded Kadri, just had 100 points. They're gonna get Landon DuPont. Wow. Wow. That was not what I was expecting. Play retirements. Brett Burns retires in Boston. Drew Doughty's gone. Brendan Smith, Ryan Reeves, and Derek Forbert. Goalies, Jonathan Quick, Phoenix Copley. Wow. Any of them become scouts? Drew Doughty becomes a coach. The scout is Brandon Smith and Jonathan Quick. We had no coach retirements. No draft interviews, pro scout. Wow, okay, so Landon DuPont, who is franchise, is going to be going to Buffalo. Us with pick. Wow, I can't believe we moved down. Pick number 4. We are going to have our choices here. We could go with Keaton Nickel. Nice little two-way forward. Do we go with the created Max Penkin? Probably, because he's a center. Do we go with Alexis Joseph, the 6'5"? I think we're gonna, even though we're not getting the defenseman, I think getting one of Nickel, Pennikin, or Joseph, I think, is not too bad work for the draft. So let's look at the awards, and we'll call it an episode there. So as you can see, Florida, 4 Stanley Cup wins in a row. Wow. Presidents went to Tampa, Dallas. So it was Dallas and Florida this year. The individual Art Ross to Cooch, we knew that. Hart to Cooch as well, back to back. James Norris went to Cale Makar. Kucherov won the Lady Byng back to back again. Kevin McKenna won the Calder. Sam Reinhart back to back Conn Smythes. Sergei Bobrovsky did indeed win the Vezina. William Jennings went to Sergei Popovsky. Hayden Korczak of your Calgary Flames won the Bill Masterton Trophy. Wow. Marco Stern was Coach of the Year. Elias Lindholm with the Selke. Okay. Cooch with his third. Ted Lindsay in a row. And Ovi with back-to-back Maurice Richards. So, we have our work to do in the next episode. We're going to do the off-season. So, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment on what you thought about the video. And I will see you in the next episode. Ciao.
Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud,